A man fakes his own death. His name is Ramon Rosa. His wife hired a hitman to kill her husband, so he staged his own death in a hitman plot to prove his wife is the murderer. When Ramon learned that he would have to enter a pit and wear makeup, he couldn't believe it. Here is the chilling picture depicting how he laid down in his own grave, pretending his own death. Listen to what his lawyer and the FBI agent told him.
She's probably one of the coldest individuals that I've run across in my law enforcement career.
This is where it all happened. I mean, this brings back a lot of memories being back over here.
They were so in love, and now he had to play dead to get her arrested. He met Lula in 2007. A divorced mother of two healing from a toxic past caught his attention. Her beauty and graceful dancing captivated him, especially in those heels towering at least 7 to 4 centimeters high. Despite the warning signs, she always found a way to charm him. Their wedding was simple, yet meaningful. He'll never forget when his mother-in-law came to him and whispered in his ear, "Now it's your problem."
And I never forget her mother walking up to me, just whispered in my ear, "Now she's your trouble."
That time he was so immersed in his joy that he didn't take the eerie hint. It all happened here. This place brings back many memories for him. They were running the gym at that time. He was responsible for managing the gym, but as time went on, he noticed their financial growth. She had been residing here unlawfully, having entered on a tourist visa from Mexico City. After 3 years, she obtained American citizenship. He began to believe that she no longer relied on him and desired everything for herself. In a blink of an eye, everything fell apart. Divorce became the sole solution. The following day, Mundo reached out to Ramon, but Ramon didn't take him seriously when he mentioned that his wife wanted to kill him.
It was late that evening, I was already at home, and this young man named Mundo just happened to walk into a conversation.
Ramon was confused and asked for clarification, to which Mundo replied, "I'm talking about Lula. She wants to kill you."
And that's when Mundo, the next day, he called me, and I thought he was joking because he said, hey, you call me Pops, hey, Pops, this lady, she wants to kill you.
To make matters worse, right after speaking with Mundo, Ramon had to return home to the woman he knew had murderous intentions towards him. His plan was to gather enough evidence to present to the police, and that's where the whole ordeal began. Lieutenant Mike Atkins was assigned to handle the murder-for-hire case involving Ramon Sosa. Ramon came across as a sincere individual who was genuinely concerned and seeking assistance. It was now their responsibility to lend an ear and devise a plan to aid him. Listen to Mike Atkins as he shares his perspective on the matter.
Mundo, while he was working out one day at the gym, overheard Lulu. He obviously got concerned.
Listen to leaked phone calls that expose Lula and her murderous plan.
No, pues nomás ellos, uno con lo que está ofrecido, pues de peligro saben que todavía está en serio que quieren que lo maten, todo.
Sí. No, sí, definitivo. O sea, de que se lo echen, que se lo echen. O sea, vale madre, eso, ¿no? Y de que les voy a pagar.
Mundo makes Lula believe that he is actually helping her to get Ramon killed, but it was actually a trap for exposing her. In the parking lot of a local liquor store, Lula contacted a hitman. If you were to search for the term hitman, you would come across a photo of him, which seemed quite convincing. It's worth noting that Lulu didn't just want him to be harmed or frightened. They wanted to establish a will and confirm a trade involving valuable items that would ultimately lead to Mr. Sosa's murder. Among other things, Lulu mentioned that she didn't have all the money right away, but once he was gone, she would give him the rest. He has life insurance. Lula handed over everything to the hitman: watches, wedding rings, and bracelets, which he used as a partial payment for the assassination. It's quite unbelievable, isn't it? They made the decision to follow through with the plan by showing her the images of Mr. Sosa and got her response. When the jury is tasked with investigating a crime, it is crucial for them to have a deeper understanding of the individual involved. They inform Ramon that she is an attractive woman and a mother of two and owns a local business. They can't take any risks during a jury trial if jurors sympathize with her. They showed him photographs of deceased individuals, specifically seeking one where the victim had a bullet in his head, and instructed him to recreate that image.
They brought me over here in a SUV that was blacked out. They had me in makeup, put my hands behind my back.
They put makeup on him, put his hands behind his back, and got him a little dirty. He only heard the noise and the sound of clicking. They had all the overwhelming evidence. They just needed her reaction. Her laughter erupted as she raised her hands in triumph, resembling a lottery winner. This moment marked her breakthrough. Despite watching the video countless times, he struggles to face her due to the flood of painful memories it brings back. Clearly devastated, he held on to a glimmer of hope that she would eventually cease her actions. To uncover the truth, they set up cameras, headed to the gym, and informed Lula they were looking into a missing individual. Before we show you how this all got resolved, be sure to subscribe if you are enjoying the video and want to see more like this one. Now, here's what happened to Lula. Lulu feigned ignorance when confronted with the situation, finally obtaining the missing piece, her denial.
So he hasn't contacted you in the last 24 hours? No.
Upon hearing about her arrest, she was left completely appalled.
Okay, Miss Sosa, stand up, please. You're under arrest. Okay, you're under arrest.
Lulu managed to evade legal consequences by opting to bargain for a 20-year prison term instead. The overwhelming evidence would likely result in a life sentence had she chosen to go to trial in Texas. During the guilty verdict hearing, he found it in himself to forgive her that day, and she didn't even glance his way. He is always grateful to Mundo for sparing his life. So this is how a woman hired a hitman to kill her husband, a meticulous plan. But if you want to know how murderers lurk in plain sight and they never get caught, go watch this other eerie tale on our channel, and it will be sure to send shivers down your spine.